If you believe that real ambition means you need this massive laundry list of resolutions to get fit, learn a new language, start a side hustle, and, overhaul your entire personality by March, you are setting yourself up for guaranteed failure. You're actually fighting a fundamental law of economic physics. Today, we're going to look at the math of why having 10 goals ensures you achieve less than one.
Welcome back to The Financial Architect, the place where we design a better financial future. Let's dive into the core reason why the vast majority of goals, whether financial or personal, will fail by February.
Okay, so let's unpack this big idea. The paradox of ambition. We all think of ambition as this, limitless virtue.
Right. The more the better.
Exactly. But the sources we looked at are really clear that this isn't just a motivational issue, it's an economic one. It's based on scarcity.
That is the foundation of,
Well,
of everything.
yeah.
And when we say scarcity, we're really talking about your two most precious finite resources.
Right.
You've got finite capital, which is just your time. 24 hours a day, that's it. Non-negotiable.
Yeah.
And you have finite liquidity, which is your energy, the mental and physical juice you have to actually tackle problems.
Yeah.
You only have so much of both.
I see this all the time. People show me their huge annual plan, and I look at their time and energy budgets, and it's like they're already overdrawn before January 1st even starts.
They're trying to allocate, 100% of their focus across maybe 8 different massive goals?
Yeah, at least.
And when you split 100% of anything across 8 demanding things, each one gets, 12.5% of your resources?
At best.
At best. And that's not even counting the cost of switching back and forth between them. You are guaranteeing financial bankruptcy in every single one of those areas.
This actually helps explain a real-world mystery I see a lot. Why does the person who focuses super intensely on one single outcome, say getting one specific certification, why do they so often blow past the hustler who's up at 4 a.m. juggling 6 different projects?
Well, the focused person is leveraging something we call concentrated capital. They get the power of high return on investment, or ROI.
Okay.
All their effort goes directly into goal number 1, which is still in that phase where every hour creates this massive momentum.
I see.
The hustler, though, is fighting the tide. They're battling the law of diminishing returns.
Okay, hold on. The law of diminishing returns. That sounds, I don't know, like something only economists should worry about. How does that apply to just, our daily lives, to personal effort?
Think of it less like a complex formula and more like a scale of satisfaction, or what we call utility. I really like the all-you-can-eat buffet metaphor for this.
The buffet analogy? Okay, let's hear it.
So your first plate of food, it provides immense satisfaction. It tastes great. It fuels you. That is high utility.
I'm hungry. I eat. I feel good.
Exactly. The second plate, still pretty good. But by the time you're forcing down, say, the 10th plate of food, what is happening?
Oh, I feel sick.
You're investing energy and time, but you're getting pain back.
Yeah.
You are making yourself sick. That is negative utility.
So when I try to work on goal number 10 for the day, maybe launching a blog while also trying to learn Mandarin 3 nights a week, I'm basically eating that 10th plate of food.
Exactly. You are spreading your finite resources so thinly that the value you get back from the effort you put in is almost nothing.
So there's a term for that, right?
We call the small bit of value you get from that 10th unit of effort, its marginal utility. And when you're spread too thin, that marginal utility gets really close to zero.
So the first hour I put into my most important goal, let's say it's a specific high-value coding skill, that hour yields huge benefits.
Huge.
But the 10th hour I put into some random low-impact hobby that pulls energy away from the coding,
Sure.
That's where the utility just vanishes.
Precisely. The goal isn't just to be busy, it's to generate meaningful progress. If you look at your effort like an investment, that 10th hour dedicated to a scattered pursuit only moves the needle maybe 1% forward.
And that's so discouraging.
You get almost no satisfaction, no measurable change, and then what happens? You lose steam because the return just wasn't worth the input.
I really appreciate that business angle. We have to treat our personal time and energy like a balance sheet.
Absolutely. I mean, look at real-world business strategy. A company that tries to launch 10 different mediocre products in the same quarter,
They fail.
they almost always get zero traction and fail.
Yeah.
Why? Diluted focus, diluted marketing, diluted capital. But the company that launches one truly killer product, the original iPhone, for instance, that business wins because of focused, concentrated effort. You The listener, you need to be the iPhone business, not the 10 product business.
And this is where the sources we looked at get even more compelling, because they shift from economics to the biological cost. It's not just bad scheduling. Our brains literally fight back against juggling too many things.
The math of capital dilution is one thing, but there's a biological energy drain that just makes failure happen faster.
How so?
Every morning you wake up and you have that little moment of struggle. What should I do today?
Oh, I know that feeling.
That daily need to prioritize gym or work, that big project or these emails, paying a bill or planning a trip. That whole decision-making process is profoundly expensive for your brain.
So where is that energy actually being spent?
Yeah.
In the brain?
It's primarily in the prefrontal cortex. Think of it as your brain's CEO. It's the executive control center.
Wait, okay, the prefrontal cortex. So what does it actually do?
It handles all the complex planning, impulse control, and critical decision-making. And the science is super clear on this. The prefrontal cortex burns through massive amounts of glucose brain fuel just to make choices. The more choices you force it to make, the faster that energy is gone.
And when that energy runs out, we experience something I think everyone listening has felt. Decision fatigue. Can you explain what that actually looks like?
It's the 5 p.m. crash. It's when you've spent all day making tiny scattered decisions, and now you have zero mental energy left to choose the hard, correct path.
So you just give up.
You plan to cook a healthy meal and spend an hour on that high-value skill, but your depleted brain just defaults. It orders fast food, and you start doom-scrolling social media.
Right.
You fail, not because you're lazy, but because your CEO, your prefrontal cortex, is just running on fumes.
And what's really shocking is that every goal we add to the list makes this fatigue worse, even when we aren't actively working on it. It's like background noise.
That is the critical insight from the sources. It's a psychological glitch called the Zeigarnik effect.
Zeigarnik effect.
Basically, the brain hates incomplete loops. Every goal you add creates an open mental tab, a little background process running in your mind. So even when you're at the gym, totally focused, a tiny slice of your energy is being spent keeping the tab open for start business, practice Spanish, and plan vacation.
That is the perfect analogy. It is exactly like having too many demanding apps open on your computer's RAM.
It slows the whole processor down. You're just dragging your cognitive system down with you. It's a self-inflicted system overload.
So what's the fix?
Well, the research suggests the solution isn't always to do the task, but to just externalize it, write it down, schedule it, define the very next step. That acts like a temporary close tab command, and it frees up some of that precious mental energy.
Okay, let's make this real. Let's contrast the two mindsets from our source material. We have subject A, the maximizer, and subject B, the essentialist.
Right.
Let's start with the maximizer, who has what you call the reject mindset.
Okay, so subject A is the person who feels guilty because they really believe they should be able to do it all.
The hustler.
Exactly. They've got, say, 12 distinct high-quality goals. Maxing out their 401k, achieving marathon-level fitness, learning a complex instrument, starting a side business. They have the vision board. They are committed.
But then they hit that inevitable trigger. Maybe they miss a really important investment research session because they spent that time at the gym. What's the internal fallout?
Instant guilt. And it's coupled with the completely wrong diagnosis. Their internal story is, I just need better time management, or I just need to work harder.
I'm the problem.
They don't realize the problem isn't their time management. It's the sheer number of promises they've made to their limited brain RAM.
And the inevitable result of trying to feed all 12 goals at once is what you called asset dilution. Wait, what does that mean exactly? Asset dilution.
It's the killer.
Yeah.
Asset dilution is when you spread your resources, your time, your energy, your focus so thinly that no single asset, no single goal gets enough nourishment to grow in a noticeable way. By February, subject A has made maybe 5% progress on 12 different things. So when they look at their life, what do they see?
Nothing. No real change.
No visible results, because 5% isn't a noticeable change.
And the psychological cost of seeing zero change after all that effort.
They quit everything. They decide they just lack discipline, when in fact all they lacked was focus. They were fighting the math.
Okay, so now let's look at subject B, the essentialist, with the fix-it mindset. This person starts by defining just one thing, one specific outcome that has to happen.
Right. They establish what's called a North Star metric. It's a business term, really.
A North Star metric.
What's that?
It's the single metric that best captures the core value you're trying to deliver. So for subject B, it might be increase my net worth by 20% this year, period. If that number goes up, They consider the year a success no matter what else happens.
So if subject B gets this wonderful opportunity, let's say, to learn to paint portraits, but she realizes that activity doesn't directly serve her net worth goal, what does she do? Ruthless elimination. She sees learning to paint as a distraction. It represents a significant opportunity cost.
Okay, opportunity cost. That's a vital one. It's basically the loss of the potential gain you could gotten from the other thing you didn't do.
Exactly. Every single time she says yes to painting practice, she is, by default, saying no to investment research or negotiation training, or the client work that would actually increase her net worth. She gets that even good opportunities have to be ignored if they don't serve the one big goal.
So she just ignores the piano, the painting, all the other side projects.
If they conflict with her North Star, yes.
And the result of that single focused action.
Compound interest. By February, she hasn't made 5% progress on 12 things. She's made 80% progress on the one thing that matters most.
And that must feel amazing.
That overwhelming, visible success creates massive confidence. It fuels her motivation to then tackle the next goal later in the year. The success of one goal becomes the capital to invest in the second one.
I think we all get it logically. This is clearly the better strategy. But the emotional problem is that we get so attached to our good ideas. We think all 25 goals are essential. It's hard to cut them.
It's very hard.
So how do we actually do it? How do we execute this ruthless elimination in practice?
This is where we bring in the simple, but, well, it's brutal. The solution from the sources.
Yeah.
The Warren Buffett protocol. It's also known as the 2-5-5 rule.
Okay, tell us how to apply this to our lives right now.
Step 1. Write down your top 25 goals for the upcoming year. Don't edit, don't judge. Just list everything you genuinely want to achieve. Career, fitness, hobbies, everything.
Okay.
Step 2. Look at that list and circle only the top 5. These are your true, non-negotiable priorities.
That part feels easy enough, but what's the crucial, difficult third step that everybody messes up?
The crucial step is understanding what happens to the other 20 goals. They are not a backup list. They are not the I'll get to it if I have a slow week list.
So what are they?
They are your avoid at all costs list. You have to eliminate them from your consciousness for the next 12 months.
That feels so counterintuitive. Why are those goals, the ones ranked 6 through 25, why are they the most dangerous things on the entire list?
Because they're the ultimate time and energy traps. They're just interesting enough to give you a little hit of satisfaction, and they seem just important enough that you feel guilty ignoring them.
They're good ideas.
They're good ideas, but they're not great ideas. And they suck just enough of your time, attention, and mental RAM to dilute the effort you put into your top 5, which ensures that none of the great goals ever reach that compound interest moment.
So the real goal of the protocol isn't just picking 5 things. It's about actively eliminating the good to make room for the truly great. It's a defense mechanism against our own self-inflicted dilution and cognitive overload.
It is the only way to generate that concentrated capital we talked about. It's how you create success that is so overwhelming and so visible that it actually changes the fundamental direction of your life. The moment you hit that 80% progress on your North Star, you've unlocked the momentum to tackle the next big thing.
That is the math of concentrated capital versus the law of diminishing returns, and how focusing on less delivers so much more in life and in finance. If you want to know how to structure your early financial life to maximize risk and leverage this focused effort, specifically how to make massive concentrated gains when you are young, you need to subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's session on the math of YOLO, why Warren Buffett is wrong about your 20s. Keep building your financial future with us, and we'll see you tomorrow.